Good morning, everybody. I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm just going to be giving you a life update that is affecting our family. You know, I like to keep you guys informed since I choose to share my life with you. This is a big part of it. So, well, I'll come straight out to it. Our landlord is selling the house that we are renting, and we have 60 days to vacate the premises and find a new place to live. So that is a little stressful. I don't know about where you guys are, but the rental rates are just outrageous already as it is. And then to have a first month, last month security deposit on top of that, it's going to be quite a lot. And not stressing out a little bit. But this is happening to a lot of people all over the world. This is not just a Montana thing. Rent as it is astronomical, and then affordable housing in any way is just a fantasy right about now. So this is kind of a bad time for this to be happening, but it is out of our control. There's nothing we can do about it. All we can do is pack up and move and try and find a new spot. So hopefully we can stay within the same district, because the kids are starting school in a couple of weeks, so we would hate to have to change them in the middle of the school year, you know. But either way, we will be okay. We will adapt. I don't want you guys to worry too much about us, you know. I've moved a lot in my lifetime. It's a little different when you're the one in charge of the 3 children, you know, so that's a lot more to move than just yourself like I did when I was young. You know, we don't really know what we're gonna do. You know, we didn't have the option to buy this. They just said that they already have a buyer and it's done and we just gotta move. So that option is gone. So now we can either try and find another rental that'll take our animals. That's another problem with rentals, is trying to find anybody that takes animals. Or we can try and buy. We can put our credit together, try and scrounge up stuff for a down payment. But that's 2 months. Buying a house takes a lot longer than 2 months, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, it's a little stressful and we're worried, but what can we do? I don't know. In this situation, you just can't freak out. You know, you can't. We had one day of depression of this really stinks and what are we going to do, and, you know, worryings. But now that's enough of that. We got to pull up our britches and, you know, we got to find us a new spot to live. Another thing that we are doing, I don't know how you guys would feel about keeping your kids in the loop with this kind of thing. We have an 8-year-old daughter and then 2 7-year-old sons. I feel like they're old enough to know. I mean, they can read emotions. They know when I'm upset, you know. They'll be like, "Mama, are you mad?" I'll be like, "No." They're like, "Why the grumpy face?" Makes me laugh, which is good. That's what they're there for. The children are there to make you laugh, you know, and so, or scream, one or the other. There's no in between. And, yeah, so I wanted to communicate with them and let them know what was going on. You know, that's one thing I felt with my parents, more so my father than my mother, that, you know, you couldn't show your kids any weakness. You couldn't show them that you were struggling with something, that something's worrying you, that they hurt your feelings. Like I tell my kids when they hurt my feelings, you know, I let them know when they make me feel a certain emotion, kind of thing. So they're making them aware of emotions in other people. You know, that's what I'm trying to do, is make my kids think of other people besides themselves. You know, that's the ultimate goal, because us humans are just wired to think of ourselves, because we are the center of our own universe, but we are not the center of the universe, you know. And it's hard concept for us humans to defer sometimes, and especially when you're younger, you know, you gotta show them that. So they could tell that something was wrong with me, and I just told them, I'm like, well, we just found out we have to move. And, you know, they were upset and worried, but we're just both like, you know, we'll be okay. I remember telling my kids in the car when we were talking about it, we were driving somewhere, and I just wanted to let them know, you know, we'll be okay no matter what happens. Mama and Dada will figure it out and we will be okay. And my daughter was like, that's what Dada said too. And I'm like, good, because it's true. And that just made her smile. And, you know, we're telling them what's going on without freaking them out. You know, we're not throwing stones at the landlord or anything for that. It's just a business for them. It's not personal, and we understand that. But it's just personal for us, you know. So, but my daughter, Betty Jan, we have this, so we have this system where we have these punch cards, and I got a star punch, and there's 10 punches in each card. And once they fill out one card, they get 10 Pokemon cards, because they're all 3 obsessed with Pokemon. So they get 10 Pokemon cards, and they get $2. And they have asked to get that increased because $2 is not enough when the binder costs $10. They're like, I had to do 5 cards, Mama. I'm like, good math. And yes, that is true. So we were talking about upping the allowance kind of thing. Anyway, but that's what we do currently for reward system, is that punch card. If I see them doing something extra nice, or if, you know, they do something for me, then I'll be like, hey, you get a punch for that. I'm like, hey, Conrad, you want to earn 3 punches? Come here, you know. And so I'll have them do projects for me and stuff. Or they'll be like, Mama, I want to fill out my card. What do I need to do? And I'll give them stuff to do. So I think that's great. It's working out great for our family to have that kind of a reward system. So Betty Jan was bringing up, she's like, you know how we get $2 for getting our punches? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, I just want you to know, Mama, that we don't need $2. You can keep it and put it towards getting our new house. You guys, that was just the sweetest thing my little 8-year-old could have ever said, that she didn't want her money that she earned because she'd rather have it go towards the family. I was like, Betty Jan, I'm just so proud of her. So proud of her as a mom, that she's not looking at herself, she's looking at the family. And that just warms my heart. I feel like I'm doing something right. That's an moment where you're like, man, maybe I am going about this the right way. Maybe they are turning out okay, you know? So I made her a deal when I was like, well, if that's what you want to do, I was like, you don't have to do that. You've earned your money. And she's like, no, I want to. And I was like, well, I'll make you a deal. How about we save every punch card that you fill out? We'll save them and we'll make a stack of them. And then whenever we're all settled and everything, we'll have a mass payday and we'll cash in all those cards. And then you'll have a bunch, like a big paycheck. And she's like, okay. So we decided on that as a compromise, because I don't want her to lose her money. But that's so sweet and thoughtful. And, you know, I want to accept her help, her gratitude like that. Because that's, you know, it's, I don't know. I'm blown away by it. I'm blown away. And I don't know. Would you have let your kid do that, or what would you have said? But I was so proud of her at that moment, you know. So my kids are being super understanding. We're including them with them. We're talking about moving. We need to start packing stuff. What are we going through? We're giving them the options to go through their stuff. You know, it's important to include your kids, I feel, because if you hide too much of the world from them, then they're gonna get kicked hard when they get out on their own. They really are. So we're trying to teach them the ways of the world, you know, without it being too brutal, but still, you know, showing them that life sucks and life is not always fair and things don't always go your way. And another thing about this is that this could be, you know, the whole one door closing, one door opening thing, where instead of us, you know, this might end up being a better opportunity for our family. This might be the push we needed to get our homestead, or this might be the push we needed to find a cheaper place to rent and it'll save us more money. I don't know. You can't really know what there is in store for you. You just gotta go with the flow. Don't worry about things that you can't control. Try to have a good attitude, positive, upbeat outlook on it, you know, and I do truly believe that things will work out. So hopefully we don't have to move out of Montana or even out of the Bitterroot area. We absolutely love it here. I don't want to move. Ever since we moved here from Missouri 4 years ago, I feel like I've been on vacation and I just haven't left, you know. So that's kind of what's going on, and that's our situation. I'm going to be going through lots of stuff and organizing. Is that something that you guys would be interested in? I'll try and film what I can. You know, I'm kind of like, we need money, so I need to put out videos, but then I need to be in the house. So it's going to be a give and take here between the channel and getting us all situated. But if I could just record what I'm doing, you know, then that would be so much easier, and just you guys can see what I'm having to do to prepare my family of 5 for this move in 2 months. We're gonna be fine. All right, and I'm also looking for you guys for any ideas on doing this mass move. So far, I have we got a storage unit already that's right down the street. So we are going to start putting things that we know we want to keep, but we don't need now or for the next 2 months in the storage unit. And then 2, we're going to be mass selling things that we don't need, just kind of downsize. Like we had 1 truck full of stuff when we moved here. And in 4 years, we have filled this house up. So it's time I was already in the middle of decluttering, but now I'm going to declutter even more because I have to clean it all up, plus detail clean to get the house cleaned and everything ready for, you know, the next owners. So that's going to be, so I'm trying to like pick an area. I don't know if you guys have any advice on how I can go about tackling things in areas. The kids will start school in a couple of weeks, so then I'll actually have time during the day to myself to get some stuff done. Because, you know, it's important to include your children, but that doesn't necessarily speed things up until they know what they're doing, you know. So, and I want them to, you know, go through their own things as well. And I just don't want to have that choice for them. I want them to have that choice with their things. So that's kind of my plan. If any of you have any other ideas on things we could do to make this a little smoother for us, I am all ears. Please let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate all your guys' support and love. The best thing that, if you guys want to help, the best thing that you can do to help is to watch my videos all the way through, watch the ads all the way through. Don't skip them if they're not too troublesome for you, because the longer you watch the ad, the more ad revenue I get. So that's where I get most of my money, is just from the ads on my videos. So watching the ads all the way through, watching the videos all the way through, if you want to. I'm not saying you guys have to, obviously. Just saying if you want to help, that's no cost at all to you to help me. And then if you do, some people have offered financial assistance. The best way to go about that would be the Buy Me a Coffee, because YouTube does take 30% of like super chats. If you want your full donation to go towards this, and anything that's going towards the Buy Me a Coffee or anything I'm selling is going towards this move. And so that's just, if you can, please don't feel obligated to help. Like, just having your love and support and having me and your family in our thoughts is just the best you can do for me, and I really appreciate you guys. And I know that you will be here through this transition in our life, and like I said, a lot of people are going through this. If you know someone going through the same thing, please let us know as well, because we like to know that we're not alone, you know. And hearing other people's struggles, no, it makes us feel better knowing we're not alone, right? Like, we feel bad for other people, but also it's, you know, a lot of people don't talk about this hardship stuff, and it's something that needs to be talked about. We're in a hard spot in our country and the world right now, and, you know, people not talking about problems is not the solution. If you want there to be a solution, you got to talk about it, you know, and everybody has to be open to the conversation. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm opening up the conversation and opening my life to you guys and showing you what's happening with us, just your average American family, and struggling through the cost of living crisis and the housing market and just grocery inflation. It's a lot of people are going through the same things. So the more advice and help we can get from each other on how we can help survive this world, as I say, the teamwork makes the dream work. And that's true. You know, the more we work together, the better things are going to run. So country-wise, I guess I was speaking, or household-wise, whatever wise you want to look at it, you know. But I do appreciate all those that support me and love me and my family. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. I wouldn't be able to stay at home and live my dream of being a housewife/mom if it wasn't for you guys supporting my YouTube channel. So thank you so much. And I will keep you guys updated on this process. All right, let the packing begin. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time on Mama Bears.